in recent times, the Blackhawks offense has been colder than the temperatures outside in Chicago. It's rough sledding without Connor Bedard.
It is rough sledding without Connor Bedard, Johnny. And, this doesn't need to be prefaced with anything. He was one of the reasons that you were watching the Chicago Blackhawks this year. He's a large presence on the ice in terms of not only the power play, but just 5-on-5 offensive, ability for this team to put together goal scoring chances. I like the way that you said it's been colder than the temperatures outside here in Chicago. That's a great way to describe this Blackhawks offense right now. It's just lackluster, so to speak. There's not much there. There's not a lot of weapons. It's a ship without any protection sailing across the NHL Ocean.
4 real goals scored in their last 4 games, Tony, and they did win one of those that you were in attendance for last night against the San Jose Sharks, but the second one came via shootout. But I want to get your take on this because you were in attendance at the United Center last night. I was watching from home, and my take is that was one of the worst displays of professional, I'm doing finger quotes for our podcast, only listeners here, professional hockey that I've ever seen.
I didn't see much different than what you saw, Johnny. I was with our friend of the show, Jake Trojan, last night. He was in attendance, and I think what he had described the game as, worse than a men's hockey league game. And I sort of described it as Division 10 EASHL play on the Chell video game, just the lowest of low divisions. 2 teams that clearly lacked talent. I thought Peter Mrazek was the best player on the ice, and that sort of shone through in the end result. But there was some ugly hockey last night, Johnny, at the United Center in front of a very lackluster crowd. It was interesting. It was very interesting. It took me back to the pre-Cup era days when it was just, oh man, Kirk, that's a great way to put it. They were having a mid-off right there at the UC last night.